And we've had over 30,000 people attend this meeting. Everybody that we saw that was coming here was new or coming back. It was extraordinary. So we've had over 30,000 people come. Every week we have about 100 new people. So like today, there's probably 10 people in here that are new. We have about 200 people who come to this meeting regularly. We have over 1,000 people who've come to this meeting in the past 5 years, who have gotten sober and stayed sober. So what AA is it is a 12-step process how to live your life without drinking. It gives you a new way of living. It's AA retrains your brain. It's like our brain's like a computer, and what Alcoholics Anonymous does is it reprograms your brain so that you can live your life without drinking. Um, so AA is this 12-step process, how to live your life without drinking. So the first 100 members of AA, when it started in 1932, the year Prohibition ended and America got back to drinking, they came up with this 12-step process, and they all stayed sober for the rest of their lives. The first 100 members. No way. Way they did. Okay, so they did this 12-step process, 1 through 12. They had an 80 to 100% success rate. But now in 2024, the success rate of Alcoholics Anonymous is about 10%. Well, why is that? Why the big fall off? Because when people go to AA meetings today, they treat it like group therapy. They don't do the 12-step process. So they get sober for a little while and everybody talks and they say, my life is a mess, and I don't get along with my wife or my husband or my job or my kids. And not only that, my cat. And they go back to drinking. What? Yeah, no, seriously. So in this meeting, we stay on top of the 12-step process, and that's what we teach here. So where are you? Where have you landed? You've landed in AA class. This is AA 101. You have landed on AA University. No kidding. Yep. But we have some deference to people that are kind of insane. So what we've done is, like, sometimes you go to an AA meeting and you'll go in there and everybody's talking about their goddamn cat. Well, so we've devoted Friday is Cat Friday right here. So if you have a cat, your cat's welcome to come. Zoom meetings, cats are fun because they crawl all over. Look at this tail. They crawl all over. Sit down. They crawl all over the keyboard and everything. Then Thursday is Dog Thursday. That's when people slobbering dogs come on the meeting and drool all over the keyboard and everything. But that's about it. Most of the other time, you were pretty focused on what we're supposed to be doing here. So if you have your cat, you can let them come in. This is a participatory meeting, and everybody. Okay, this is what we do. We teach you the AA program. We hand deliver it to you and take you through all the books and 12 steps in about a month and a half, month. And that's it. You're fixed. Yep, it's true. So we give you reading assignments, writing assignments. We take you through the entire AA program, and that's exactly what happens in here. So, a couple things. We're going to read today from How It Works a little bit here. So if you would put that up, please, Preston. If you don't have a big book, you should get one. And this is called How It Works. Oh, it's from this book, Alcoholics Anonymous, which is the textbook for AA. So How It Works is on page 58. Rarely have we seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path. Those who do not recover are people who cannot or will not completely give themselves to this simple program. So remember what I said? AA is a 12-step process, how to live your life without drinking. It teaches you how to do it. So right away, they say those who do not recover are people who cannot or will not do these 12 steps. And why is that? Because they want to go to AA and whine and complain about their poor, pathetic lives. And everybody sits there and goes, "Oh, it was such a great share." But it doesn't help you. You end up dying. You want to share your guts out, find a therapist. Okay. No, you can go to other meetings where they do all of that. But here, this is a class. So there are such unfortunates. They seem to have been born that way. They are, I don't know if this is true or not. They're not, I think people, they don't want to do the work. They come here, or nobody will teach them. A lot of times, we have people that come to this meeting, so nobody shows me what to do. Well, here we show you what to do. Let's see here. There are those two who suffer from grave emotional and mental disorders. Don't worry about it. The whole damn place suffers from mental disorders. Uh, our stories disclose, in a general way, what we used to be like, what happened, and what we're like now. So this is pretty good. We did a lot of that yesterday, where people were sharing war stories. Um, if you decided you want what we have and are willing to go to any length to get it, then you're ready to take certain steps. So here it is. Our suggestion to you is come to this meeting for 5 days in a row, and then we will put you to work. I want you to come here for 5 days and see how you like it. Some of us have balked. Yeah, like no kidding. 90% of the people balk at it. Thought we could find an easier, softer way. Happens all the time, but we could not. With all the earnestness at our command, we beg of you to be fearless and thorough from the very start. Some of us have tried to hold on to our old ideas, and the result was nil till we let go. Absolutely. Remember, we deal with alcohol. It's cunning, baffling, and powerful. Without help, it is too much. But there is one who has all power, and that one is God. May you find him now. So we kind of we use this, the spirit, the all one spirit of the universe, something beyond ourselves, because we've discovered that just therapy and people and treatment centers can't really help us. Hey, Jeff, you want to pick it up from there and continue reading?
Sure. My name's Jeff, alcoholic, South Florida.
Half measures.
Half measures availed us nothing. We stood at the turning point. We asked his protection. Stood at the turning point. We asked his protection and care with complete abandon. Here are the steps we took, which are suggested as a program of recovery. 1, we admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives had become unmanageable. 2, came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. 3, made a decision to turn our will, and our lives over to the care of God as we understood him. 4, made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. 5, admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. 6, we're entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. 7, humbly asked him to remove our shortcomings. 8, made a list of all persons we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. 9, made direct amends to such people whenever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. 10, continued to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. 11, sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood him, praying only for knowledge of his will for us and the power to carry that out. And 12, having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, we tried to carry this message to alcoholics and to practice all these principles in all our affairs. Thank you. Many of us exclaimed, "What an order! I can't go through with it." Do not be discouraged. No one among us has been able to maintain anything like perfect adherence to these principles. We are not saints. The point is that we're willing to grow along spiritual lines. The principles we have set down are guides to progress. We claim spiritual progress rather than spiritual perfection. our description of the alcoholic, the chapter to the agnostic, and our personal adventures before and after make clear three pertinent ideas. A, that we were alcoholic and could not manage our own lives. B, that probably no human power could have relieved our alcoholism. And C, that God could, and would if he were sought.
Thank you for
Thank
reading. You
you
know,
for
it's
allowing me to read
my
it.
it's my um hang on, sorry here, guys. It's my opinion or idea that uh it no human power could have relieved our alcoholism. So what AA discovered was that um therapy and therapists alone, they really can't treat alcoholism because there has to be a contextual shift, a major transformation, a spiritual, um, a psychic change, as Dr. Silkworth from the town's hospital pointed out. But then he couldn't help anybody in that hospital. Like treatment centers today, you know, you go to treatment centers and they really don't help anybody. People leave treatment centers and they go right back to drinking. They just die from drinking. Unless the treatment center or the therapist refers the person to Alcoholics Anonymous as a long-term program because it's free here, right? We come here and we learn this 12-step process how to stay sober. So the problem is most people die from alcoholisms. Hospitals, doctors, therapists, treatment centers, mental health, they don't help anybody. The people just die from drinking. You know, it's a 10% maybe get sober and stay sober. But in the early days of AA, 80 to 100% stayed sober. Why is that? Because of this fourth dimension that we talk about in here, the spiritual dynamic. What is that? What could you wait, Jen? Maybe is it just like group therapy? Yeah, probably. But there is a fourth dimension in there. So why do people keep coming to AA long term? Like Jeff's been coming for 39 years. I've been coming for um, 46, almost 47 years. Well, I come here to help people out, and because it's fun, and it's a way of life. And when I was young and I started coming to AA, I damn well nearly drank myself to death. So this is a better place to hang out than bars. And we have a program of recovery. We're able to resolve, the human condition problems. Um, it's why AA is so successful. That's why there are millions and millions of people that come here. Um, with treatment centers, what happens there? You go for 30 days, 90 days, whatever, a year and a half. But when you get out, if you don't go to Alcoholics Anonymous and have, the daily and weekly support, you are screwed. And the numbers show it. Uh, People just die out there on the streets. Here we put an end to that. We just tell you the truth beginning right away. And now what do I do? Come here for 5 days and we'll teach you the basic steps in the class and get you through it. And then, then you can either keep coming or you can find another AA group. But Joe, you need to probably go to AA for the rest of your life. And otherwise the alcohol starts talking to you again. That's why it's so insidious. The damn stuff sits out there and talks to your brain. Can you ever fix your brain or your mind so that it doesn't talk to you? Probably not. It seems to be there. I personally don't want to chance it. I just come here because it's kind of cool. I mean, like, where else do you go where they have Cat Friday? It's the only meeting in the world. We just figured that part out. And also, I have 46 years sober. I've been doing this since I had 11 years sober. I learned how to do this. So I'm what you would call all knowing. What? Okay, whatever. So classroom work. Let's go around the room here. Now we're gonna do classroom work now. Okay, here we go. So Preston, you're doing a lot of service work here. You keep coming. And what else? What's your daily step or work routine like?
Preston alcoholic. Well, starts off 30 minutes of prayer and meditation. I do the on awakening, and I just do exactly what it says, and I sit quietly for 15 minutes after that.
On
Um,
page
a lot of it
86.
is too, though, is praying about the corrective measures. Like, there's a couple days out of the week where I don't do well, and so in actions like the next day.
So you're talking
Yeah,
about page
yeah.
86 and 8 through
So a
88
lot of
in your
that,
big
yeah, a
book,
lot of
right?
reading. Coming here. As of right now, that's basically it. Try to just stay in steps 10, 11, and
So I want to explain so
yeah. I
everybody knows what
think
you're
my
talking
internet
about.
just
Just,
slowed down.
just so just
Oh
listen.
yeah. So I can post it up
Do
too.
it. Post it.
It's
He's going to post what he, hang on for a
oh
minute. So he's going to post what he reads, and he does this every day. It's page 86, it's step 11, 10, and 11. And it's the what sometimes the brief, there it is right there. Uh, steps 10, 11, and 12, which is the continuation of the program itself. It keeps us going. How about you, Cassie? Over to you.
Yeah, I'm also, hi, I'm Cassie Alcoholic. I also am living in 10, 11, and 12. Every morning I do the On Awakening. I do the acceptance prayer and the St. Francis prayer. And then go about my day, living in kind of step 10. If I need to make an amends, I try my best to do that right away. And
Wait,
then on
what's
retiring,
the acceptance prayer?
oh, it's on like, it's in the back of the book in one of the stories. Acceptance is the key of all my problems.
Oh, that's
I told,
Doctor, whatever his name is.
yeah,
Dr.
Dr. Paul
Paul.
O.
Uh-huh,
Yeah,
okay.
yep.
And
That
what
really
else
helps me.
what other
The
prayer do
St.
you do?
Francis prayer as well.
Can you put that up? Can you put them both up? Can you
Sure.
put them up? Yeah, put them up in chat so people can see them.
Yep.
Paste them up in the chat.
And then yeah, at the end of the day, I do the retiring at night, and I always end the night meditating. I bought a Bluetooth headband to sleep in, and I do a really nice meditation that makes me fall asleep. It's lovely.
What the hell? What does that say? Explain that.
Yeah, it's just based on my day. So usually at my day, I'm overthinking something, or I'm anxious about something that happened, and there's so much meditation out there. So they have Bluetooth headphone or headbands that you can wear while you sleep. So I put one of those on, and I pretty much fall asleep to a meditation every night.
What kind of meditation? What is it?
It depends. So it could be like calming an over thinking brain, healing. It could be getting over resentments. I follow the mindful movement. Those are my favorite.
Hmm.
That's one meditation that I absolutely love.
You
But
know what
there's
I
tons
listen
of them
to?
out there.
I listen to sometimes I listen to music to sleep by, and it pops up on YouTube, and then it's just like whatever, rain or sometimes I get on the 24-hour international meeting and I listen to those people talk about their day. It's called put it up there, Preston. 24-hour international AA meeting. It is the only AA meeting in this group that we recommend. Uh, and especially if you're feeling completely freaked out with your life, you get on this meeting. I used to recommend watching reruns of the Jerry Springer show, but the 24-hour international meeting seems to work out even better. Uh, Jerry Springer, because if anybody needs to be in an AA meeting, those people do. All right. How about you, Lisa? What's your what's your program like?
I've been waking up and doing a morning prayer and doing some meditation as well. At night, I've been, reflecting on the day, seeing, just going back and realizing what I could have done better, or who could have treated better, or actions that I could have taken that
Okay,
route.
so that's on page 86 also, right? In the AA
Mhm.
Big Book.
Right.
And
And
then
also,
what's your
it,
morning prayer?
I do a little of everything, to be honest with you. I kind of have my own little prayer, to
All
be
right.
honest.
That you
And
wrote out yourself or what?
I did write it out. A lot of it has to do with, healing and trying to make my day better. Just praying for others more than
And you
anything for the
and you
day.
you pray for people?
I do. I
Like,
do.
oh, you have like a prayer list?
I have a prayer list. Well, one on the top of my prayer list right now that we're just trying to get through. So I'm just trying to make myself functional with my prayers, I guess. And
Oh,
yeah.
I think prayer lists are really good. Praying for
Yeah.
other people. And then we have that prayer exercise on page 552. If you could put that up, please. If you have a resentment against people, you can pray for them. It's
Right.
in
And
the
that's
story.
really helpful, actually. I
Yeah, that
try
one's
to read that
excellent.
daily as well, just for
You
a
do.
nice,
Oh,
I do.
552 in the AA Big Book, Freedom from
Mhm.
Bondage. That's another form. So there you go. So now these are people that I'm talking to right now who have been through steps 1 through 12 and now have a daily program that includes prayer, meditation, trying to get ourselves healed up here. Perfect. Debbie, how about you? What's your daily program like?
Same as Lisa, pretty much. I have my morning prayers and meditation before I even get out of bed.
What are those?
How I'm gonna live my day, my plans, and
No,
trying.
you're talking about, wait, so you're talking about pages 86 through 88 in the AA book?
Yes, yes.
There you go. So explain that.
Oh, well, I pray and I lightly plan out my day before I even get out of bed and pray about my day and try to keep God in mind throughout the day, that I am Christ-like as I treat others. And then in the evening, as I lay in bed, I reflect on my day, what I could have done better, what I want to work on for the next day, and I pray for others as well.
That's very good. That's excellent. All right. How are you feeling?
Eh, so, but I feel better.
Oh, you were sick. Were you sick?
Yes,
Yeah.
still getting over it, but I feel a lot better today.
Glad you're here. Excellent. Stacy, how about you? What's your daily program look like?
Mine's basically exactly the same as Debbie. I mean, I read page 86 through 88 and take that moment out for myself each day to calmly think about things, make sure I'm looking to my higher power for direction in my
Do
day
you
and my actions.
do you do the evening check-in?
Yes, yes. Sometimes I write it down. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes I write it down so I have it, in on paper so I can look at it maybe the next night, see if I've been able to overcome it or work through it better.
Where's Joe? Did he leave? Um, Joe in Grand Junction. I guess he's gone, huh? All right. Harry, Jeff. Jeff, what's your daily program look like? Hi, how's it going?
Okay, hi, Jeff, alcoholic, South Florida. My video was turned
Oh,
off.
there you go. Here, I'm sorry. We
Oh,
turned the
okay,
video off.
okay, I'm right
You
here.
guys can turn your video on now. I'm sorry
Oh,
about that.
okay. Jeff, alcoholic, South Florida. Well, it starts out like as suggested on page 86. And I try and think about the 24 hours ahead, and how am I, I have to be very careful when I'm thinking, okay, how am I not going to be selfish today? How am I not going to be self-centered? How am I going to be able to put someone else in front of me? In other words, how am I going to not let my own desires get in the way of other people, and block block this very effective program that I've been given. And it's a daily process. I have to remember this, and so I start out by doing that. And I'm not sure I do it for a half hour. I'm very impressed with, Preston, who does it, and the way he does it. That's the way I should be doing it. I don't do it that way every day, and I'm going to start doing it that way more. Because you can't do, this program, you can't do enough of it when you're doing the 12 steps. That's all I can tell anybody out there.
All right,
Yes,
hang on
Art?
here for 1 sec. Stop.
Sure.
So, Barb in New Jersey, 46 days, asks, what is the evening check-in? So, Barb, here it is. It's on page 86. And I think Preston put a link up there. And it says here, on page 86 in the AA Big Book, Barb, everybody go to page 86 in your Big Book. When we retire at night, we constructively review our day. Were we resentful, selfish, dishonest, or afraid? You have to answer that question. Do we owe an apology? Have we kept something to ourselves that should be discussed with another person at once? Were we kind and loving toward all? Or what could we have done better? Where were we thinking of ourselves most of the time? Or were we thinking of what we could have packed into the mainstream of life? After making our review, we ask for God's forgiveness and inquire what corrective measures could be done. So if I do this, okay, let me look and see. Was I resentful yesterday? Not too bad. Selfish? No. Dishonest or afraid? Not too bad. Certainly not afraid. Do we owe an apology? Gosh, I don't know. Have we kept something which should to ourselves which should be discussed with another person? Not really. Were we kind and loving toward all? For the most part, yeah, in person and in reality. What could we have done better? Were we thinking of ourselves most of the time? Yeah, sort of. Or were we thinking of what we could do for others? I definitely did that. What we could pack into the stream of life, yes. But we must be careful not to drift into worry, remorse, or morbid reflection. For we would diminish our usefulness to others. So what they're saying to us in the program is we need to be able to carry the message of recovery to other people. It's kind of our job. It's what you're stuck, what you have to do. It's your rock. It is it's a condition. The condition of maintaining sobriety is you have to give it away. You can't just come in and get yours and say, I'm fixed, I'm done, and you leave. That it doesn't work that way. That's what makes the recovery from alcoholism and addiction so difficult. And then we inquire and ask what corrective measures should be taken. So anyways, that's let's see, where the hell is she? Would you unmute her, please? It's Barb. Where's Barb? Is she still here? Oh, there you are. Hey, Barb. Hi. So, okay. Did that answer your question?
Yes, thank you so much. I had never
Yeah.
heard it referred to that way. I'm pretty new, but thank you so much.
Well, the thing is, looks like you're kind of new to AA. So that's what we teach the basic AA class here. So if you want to learn how to do this stuff, come here every day for 5 days, and then we'll put you to work, and we'll take you through step 1 all the way through 12. We'll give you reading and writing assignments. So the people that have been talking right now, they've already been through all 12 steps, and now this is their daily program. So yeah, so nobody's taught you how to do any of this stuff yet.
No, sir.
Oh, you don't have to call me sir. Just call me Jan or
I
Bob.
was raised. Thank you so much.
Well, wait. Oh, I see. So yeah, just come. This is the perfect meeting for you.
I
That's what we do
appreciate it.
here. Yeah, we know that. People go to AA meetings, nobody tells you anything, right? And it's
No, there's some beautiful meetings. I learn a lot, but this is very different. So thank you so much.
well, this is the 12-step process. That's what AA is. It's a 12-step process, how to live your life without drinking. It undoes the whole drinking thing. Let's see here. Where everybody go? All right. So, Rebecca, what's your daily program like?
My daily
You know,
program
that's-
In the morning, it's daily reflection and third step prayer and page 86, as well as
And you're finishing up your ninth step right now, right?
yeah, yeah. At night, I do a lot of the step prayers, especially the third step prayer. I have sometimes difficulty doing 86 at night, because then what happens is I start thinking about the people at work after a stressful day at work, and I can't get to sleep. So I have to work on that. How?
Just do it another time of the day,
Yeah, yeah,
in the morning sometimes.
that's good. Thanks.
Yeah, sometimes if those
Yeah,
resentments rush in the morning, you do it right then.
yeah, perfect.
All right, good. How about you, Rochelle, in Sydney, Australia?
Um, Hi. So I'm working through my routine. I do the On Awakening prayer, the St. Francis one I like as well. I look through my amends. Page 86. I do try to do not late at night. For similar reasons to Rebecca
Oh yeah,
did,
how
but
about that?
really, make sure that I ask myself during the day, because I'm dealing with a lot of people in a stressful environment. Am I being resentful, selfish, dishonest, afraid? Am I keeping anything that I should make? So that's my routine. I need to work on the meditation piece a bit more. But I do like the music, the raindrops or things like that. I quite
Yeah,
find
yeah,
that relaxing.
yeah. It takes away all the screaming. The what are they called? The screaming
White
demons.
noise.
Yeah, the
White
demons
noise,
that
I
get
call
into
it.
your. You start to fall asleep, and all right. Okay, good job. Um, okay, so let's just go around the room here a little bit. So, okay, Emily in Georgia, how are you liking today's meeting, Emily?
Hey, I'm loving it. This is great. This is what I've been looking for. So I'm
We'll come every
excited.
day for 5 days if you think you might like it, and we'll put you to work. How about you, Scott, in Michigan? How did you like today's meeting?
Oh, it was good. It was a learning experience.
Well, you're welcome to come. We're here every day, same bat time, same bat channel. Come here for 5 days, and then we'll put you to work. Dan, in 37 days in Chicago. How did you like today's meeting, Dan?
Sorry, I
Dan?
was a little slow on the draw there, Jan. Yeah, no, I like what you're saying. I had a quick question, if that's okay.
Yep.
I remember you mentioning that there are like five primary books that you guys work from.
Yeah.
Is there a list? Could you put that in the chat what those 5 books are,
Yeah, we'll put it
please?
up right now.
Thank
Come
you.
every day for five
Thank you, sir.
days. There it is. Come every day for 5 days, and then we'll put you to work. We'll teach you a basic AA program. So, yeah, let's see. Steve in Washington. How about you? How did you like today's meeting?
Yeah, it's good. I like what you're doing here. It
Okay.
makes a lot of sense.
Well, you're welcome to come. Um, we'll take you through the whole program in about a month and a half. Same thing with you, Amy, in Arizona. Um, how'd you like today's meeting? Oh, Amy, Amy
Yeah.
and AZ.
Okay, hello. Amy, alcoholic. I
Yeah.
thought it was great. I was so blessed my first time around. I got my first sponsor, my first meeting, and I was still kind of drunk. And so she answered
Well,
a lot
wait,
of
now you
questions
have
for me.
20 days. So here's the deal. You are welcome to come. If you want to learn how to do this, we'll teach you. And we'll take you through the whole program. Harry Berto, let's see, how are you doing? You're what are you working on now?
Reading daily reflections still every day, and then I read page 86 in the evening. Usually in the morning I wake up and then I pray and then I go on my morning walk. And when I get home, I rest a little bit, take a shower, eat breakfast, and then help my mom with whatever she needs help with. And Maybe about an hour and a half before the meeting, I'll read my daily reflections, and then in the evening, I'll read page 86.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
In the big book. Excellent. Glad you're here. All right. So, where are we here? Hey, Lisa, you want to read the promises? Page 83 in the big book. Do you have it there?
Sure.
Halfway down, it says if we're painstaking about this, something about this phase of our development.
Where it says the spiritual life?
No, doesn't it say if we're painstaking about this phase?
Yes, okay. If we are painstaking about this phase of our development, we will be amazed before we are halfway through. We are going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. We will not regret the past nor wish to shut the door on it. We will comprehend the word serenity and we will know peace. No matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experience can benefit others. That feeling of uselessness and self-pity will disappear. We will lose interest in selfish things and gain interest in our fellows. Self-seeking will slip away. Our whole attitude and outlook upon life will change. Fear of people and economic insecurity will leave us. We will intuitively know how to handle situations which used to baffle us. We will suddenly realize that God is doing for us what we could not do for ourselves. Are these extravagant promises? We think not. They are being fulfilled among us, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. They will always materialize if we work for them.
All right, perfect. Thank you. And then here comes the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So this meeting is officially over. And if anybody has any questions about AA or this meeting, I've said it, you can unmute yourself and ask away. Yeah, we're here